The concourse prizes will be awarded this morning around 11:30ish. Hopefully, somewhere about there anyway. But anybody wants a programme, there's a couple of girls going around with the programmes here. The two sisters there dancing up and down.
That's it, Graham Gardner. And that's right. I've done many a Sandersford run with the vintage bikes, all Scots mainly, and I've renovated 12 Scots over the 50 years. This has been one of the major runs, really good. He used to start from Gloucester, the Gloucester to Sandersford. That's the original, and then they changed it to Landovery. The earliest bike I rode was a 1925 two-speed Scot. I had a 21. I did that once with pouring rain. Only trouble was it wouldn't stop. The brakes were not much good on it. But other than that, you know, I've been with the Vintage Club since '61. When I joined the club, Doug Bailey and myself started up the Vintage Club in Cardiff.
Who was Doug Bailey, Graham?
Doug?
Who was Doug Bailey?
Well, the chairman first going off to start things running, and I was vice chairman, and it accumulated from there. He had a 1911 Triumph. He lived in Cardiff, I lived in Barry. But, we always kept in touch with each other. He only passed away 12 months ago. But he renovated quite a few machines, and between all of us we've done a terrific mileage one way and another. Banbury Run, Bristol, Cotswolds. It's been really good, like, you know.
Cedric Lloyd, and I'm from Barry Island. And I do enjoy the motorcycles. I've got motorcycles myself. I got a 1958 Royal Enfield Meteor Minor. I did have a centre spread in the Motorcycle News in 1978. That's when I was bodybuilding. They did allow me £10 for the article. Graham, my friend, he's always had Scots, but that's not his fault. He didn't know any different. Okay, as you can imagine, the old two strokes, and they spray in oil everywhere and smoke. At present time, I ride a 650 Honda shaft drive NTV, because on the right hand side you have a little button and you just press that and off she goes. There's no other kicking. How's that, okay?
Like to have a look around and see what they got. Next year's event will be on the third weekend of September. I think it's the 14th, 15th.
I'm Jenny Hart from Tewkesbury, and I've been coming down to this event in Saundersfoot for about 40 years. But I've only had my BSA, which is this, for 10 years. This is its 10th one. He's known as Basil, and he's a three-wheeler, as you can see, about 1,000 cc, and he's as tough as old boots.
Tools out, see what he's there.
Come out the
My name is Mervyn Pantin. I come from Worcestershire and I did my apprenticeship where this bike was made, the Royal Enfield. This bike was sent to France in 1938. The war started, so it was hardly ridden. It was exported back to this country in the late 40s, never registered, and I bought it 2 years ago, so it's as it was when it came out of the factory.
My name's Julian Wells, I'm from Worcester. Acquired this bike at an auction 4 years ago. It came from Stondon Museum, been stood in there for 35 years. Myself and my mate Mervyn got it into the shed, stripped it down, I took all the petrol out of it, put some new in there, cleaned the points up and it started second kick. I've just been here competing at the Saundersfoot time trial, brilliant time.
My name is Jim Codd and I've been a member of the Vintage Motorcycle Club since 1976. I'm an active member and I've enjoyed every minute of it. This is my BMW R96 and it's got well used and it's dirty because we had a very rainy day yesterday. This is my second choice of bike for this weekend. I left home yesterday morning on my 1929 Triumph, but unfortunately, about 2 miles out of Saundersfoot, water got into the carburetor and she wouldn't start. So I got towed down here. Then we endeavoured to get the water out of the carburetor, but we were doing it in the pouring rain and we weren't winning. The rain was winning. So I abandoned that bike and I drove back to where I live in Begelly and picked up my second choice bike for the Saundersfoot, which is this one. We did the run yesterday with it, but I do like using the older machines when it's possible. That's all from me. I think you've heard enough.
It's Robert Rendell, which is my bike. It's a 1960 BSA C15, a little 250cc single. Ideal for this sort of event. It's nice and light, easy to handle, not too heavy if you fall over. It goes well, it does the job, it rattles, it leaks oil, but it'll start, it'll keep going. And what more do you want from a motorbike?
I would like to welcome our president here this morning, Mr. Rodney Hann. He's president of the Vintage Motorcycle Club, which is a national club throughout the UK and Europe and the rest of the world with 80 odd sections and 14,000 members. So if anybody Where's Coirina with a camera, Andy? You haven't got a camera, Coi, all right. Jenny Hart in the little black three-wheeler. And her passenger, Nigel, his son-in-law. I did a Royal Enfield because Mervyn used to work for Royal Enfield many years ago. There we are. Okay. All right. All the regulars who's taking part in the competitive events in the Western Regional Championship, Rob, in about a week's time, if not before. Anyways, he's pretty. Best sidecar three-wheeler. In a garden. I wish I could find one like that in a garden. Right, we've got a couple of Pembrokeshire awards to fit in here now, in between things. The best Pembrokeshire veteran and vintage goes to bike number 3, Phil Lamo Hammersley, on the 1926 Triumph flat tank. The Vic Morris Cup. Vic Morris was one of our section members from many years ago, and when this event started back in the 50s, they used to park their bikes in his garage over on the corner over there many moons ago. Well done, Derek. He's on the little B40 down there. He is, a little green tank B40.
Lovely, thank you.
He does some good runs on it. It was given to him on his recent 21st birthday by his granddad, who's sitting in the van there, Johnny Thomas. Johnny's probably ridden it here years ago, have you, John? No, never ridden it here, but it might be a first time for the bike here, to be honest. So, and Morgan is the son of Chris, who just had the previous one. So, and also Morgan, he's our youngest rider here, so he gets the youngest rider award. Any budding young vintage motorcycle enthusiasts out there would like to come and give him a run for his money, we're all welcome for next year.
Yes. That's right, thank you.
Thanks, so...
Oh, yes.
Hey? 300 mile in one direction coming down. I think it was a mile, approximately. That's about, so it's well deserved. I think you can better fill it up on the way home and have a drink out of it, because it's going to you. And John's going to present it to you there. Have a photo with John over there. Laura, would you like to bring the photo there? You're sat alongside there close. It's an appropriate fit in that Wyndham was a big mate of Vic's and John's and things, so so it goes to the Matchless Model X. I forget what number it is now, the post-vintage machine over there. Last year Vic did have a slight mishap with it and he ended up in hospital here with us, but we're very pleased to see him, and he's part of the woodwork here in Pembrokeshire, so it's all well deserved. That concludes all the prize giving for this year. Thank you to Rodney Han, our BMCC president. We've had a lovely morning here in the sun this morning. Thanks for everybody turning up, and we've sold out of the programmes nearly. We've got a couple left there. We've got Gordon here, is our Normandy veteran. He flagged the bikes off for us a couple of years. He actually presented the awards here last year. Gordon used to be a dispatch rider in World War II, and he's a keen supporter of the section. He always comes down here and has a look with the bikes and enjoys his day. Thanks to Pembrokeshire Sound for supplying the PA system again. Thanks to John yesterday for doing the route. Ian and Williams for doing the photos. Thanks to Shirley this morning for presenting all the awards and polishing them and getting them engraved. Thanks to the girls selling the programmes, and thanks to you all for helping out and turning up, the concourse judges as well, and that's about it till next year. Thanks very much.
Mine has gone wet. Oh, do you want? Yeah, just have another one. You got two there.